Jessup, the people I spoke with say they heard those shots ring out here from the upper floors of many of the surrounding buildings, and minutes later, police arrived. MPD says that this is the second time in 3 months that a drive-by happened. You can see here they are hammering out some of the remaining glass. I want you guys to take a look here. This is the extension of the levee that they were working on previously, but they hit pause on last time the water was this high because it wasn't expected to get higher. This is Frank Healy with WGEM. We're in northern Adams County here. What I want you guys to take a look at is this. We have a lot of sandbagging underway here in the Hunt-Lima Levee District. For over 2 decades, Baird Center visitors would press this button, and as they rode down the escalator, enjoy a curated selection of polka tunes.
Sit by my side every day.
But soon that time will be coming to an end. That's why there's a rush right now to preserve these films, VHS, and Betamax tapes like the ones shown at Home Movie Day before it's too late. We're less than 24 hours away from Joe Biden being here at the Summerfest grounds for Labor Fest, and both gubernatorial candidates had their own take on the matter.
Biden's coming for Labor Day to talk about the importance of labor, union labor in particular, and it's my honor to be able to introduce him tomorrow.
Governor Tony Evers was out in Racine today visiting local business owners and talking about what's affecting them. Inflation and supply chain issues were top of mind. When we asked Evers if he thought Biden's visit would help him in the election, he had this to say.
So whether it's a Democrat or Republican, and we like to have presidents visit our state.
From Twitter, you can see Tim Michaels visiting the Walworth County Fair today talking with voters. We here at CBS 58 News didn't get a heads up on that, even after reaching out to the campaign.
There's no doubt that we're not seeing as many media interviews with Tim Michaels.
Mordecai Lee, political science professor at UW-Milwaukee, says that might be by design.
I think he sort of understands that some of his positions might be unpopular with public opinion.
Lee pointed to abortion, something he says most Wisconsinites are in favor of having legal. Michael's blueprint portion of his website doesn't mention abortion at this time. On the president visiting tomorrow, he had this to say in a tweet. What has Tony Evers and Joe Biden done for Wisconsin, he asks, citing high inflation, high rates of violent crime, and concerns about education. He went on to say it's no wonder Biden is campaigning for Evers in Wisconsin. Their failed leadership style is one and the same. Here's all that's left behind at Studio 83 Pilates in Delafield. There's the empty studio you can see here. The doors, of course, are locked. And there's a note here with contact information for Christina Nelson, the current owner of the business. The former owner of this business, as well as patrons, say they've called and haven't heard anything back. Now they want answers.
They came for the laughs. They came for the fitness. They came for community, and they feel like they've been robbed.
Susan Stecker, former owner of Studio 83 Pilates in Delafield, says she opened the business in 2014. In 2021, she sold the business to Christina Ann Nelson with an arrangement for payments to be made for the equipment there. Last Sunday, an email went out to patrons saying the business was damaged and permanently closing.
I thought it was fishy, so I got in my car, drove here, and found it to be empty.
Leaving longtime patrons of the business like Katie Ginden with no way to redeem services she paid for at Studio 83 Pilates, and another nearby business Nelson owns, Core Glow.
Turned out on the day before, which was Sunday, November 6th, she had charged me again for $3.99 for the Core Glow. It's not even open. She closed her business that same day and charged my credit card.
Ginden is a small business owner herself.
We're supposed to be supporting small business, and this community embraced it and did. And this lady took advantage of everybody.
Stecker says the payments on the equipment now missing have stopped. But Stecker says for her, it isn't even about the equipment at this point.
That we find her and she pays restitution to all the people that she has scammed and ripped off, not only here, but elsewhere.
I also called the numbers for Nelson posted here and didn't hear anything back. The Delafield police say they're investigating this with the Waukesha County District Attorney's Office. They say if you think you were a victim of fraud here or at any of her other businesses, to give them a call.